Hello students, today in our English lecture we are going to do lesson number 2.2, the souvenir. Now souvenir means what? What do you mean by souvenir? Souvenir means what? Something that you keep to remind you of somewhere you have been on holiday, okay? Or any special event. Means somewhere you went for holiday or any special event, that is meant by souvenir, okay? So in this lesson they have told that one girl, she went to holiday in the space, and she all that things are described in this lesson, okay? With the tip of her nose pressed to the window of the space shuttle, Sally sat gazing at the view outside for so long. Still, she didn't seem to be content. She had read the description of this view several times before and had seen this scene on video too. But this was different. Reading the description was one thing, watching the picture and videos capturing by camera was another, but getting an opportunity to view that amazing panorama with your own eyes, being present physically right in the midst of it, was intense and out of the world experience. No matter how long she sat gazing, her awake and wonderful did not seem to abate. So here what they have told in this paragraph, that she had sat in a space shuttle. She was completely touched to that window, means pressing her nose also. But she was seeing all that, but she was not satisfied about that. Okay. So what she did, she and what she already had read many things in the magazines or any book, but she was not satisfied, and she had seen the several scenes and everything. But you only tell, if we see practically the pictures, it are different, isn't it? The pictures we are seeing, they are different, and in the magazines they are different. So that's why this girl Sally, she was not at all satisfied. And actually what she was seeing, it was a beautiful panorama. Panorama means a very wide view, okay? And she was out of the world. Out of the world means what? Extraordinary thing she was seeing there, okay? But then also she was not completely satisfied what she was seeing, okay? The earth gradually appeared to get smaller and smaller in pace. A azure blue sky was now looking jet black. The cloud had disappeared, the stars were shining bright. So here what they have told, the earth appeared how? Very small. Okay, was appearing very smaller and smaller in the sky. And the azure means jet black, okay? And the cloud also disappeared, and but the stars were shining, okay? This trip to the moon was exorbitantly expensive, but still Stylish mother had sent her on the trip. In our childhood, we could not even think of such long distance trip. The longest trip means going to Europe. If you are if you are getting this opportunity, make the most of it, said mummy. Okay, so here what the mummy is telling, that this trip was actually, now going to space, it is actually what, very expensive, isn't it? But the Cyrus mother has sent her, okay? And in his she is telling about her childhood, that she would not think of such long trip also, isn't it? On going to Europe also, it was difficult, the mother is telling. But if this is opportunity for you, so the mother is telling you should go. Oh, mummy, Neha's grandmother was saying that in her childhood, the longest trip for school used to be only up to Delhi to or Kolkata. It seems so funny, isn't it? Said Siley, laughing. Remembering the incident made her laugh even now. Okay, so here Neha's grandmother, what she is telling, that in her childhood, means grandmother childhood, the longest trip of the school was which Delhi to Kolkata. And so Siley was telling it was very funny and she started laughing. And when she was in the space, she was remembering this incident. Okay. Now the shuttle was getting closer and closer to the moon. Then it started orbiting the moon. In every 32 minutes, the shuttle completed one revolution around the moon. Okay. So here what they have told, that the shuttle, okay, means that space shuttle, it was getting closer and closer to what? Moon. And it started orbiting the moon. And in every 32 minutes, this shuttle space was completing one revolution around that moon. Okay. Light and darkness followed each other in quick succession. The dome space settlement on the moon, which assembled the igloo of the Eskimos, were now visible. Hmm? So here what they have told, that light and darkness followed each other in a quick session, means sometime light, sometime darkness was coming. And this dome shaped settlement of this moon, which resemble the igloo of Eskimo, were also visible now. Means Eskimos were seen there like this. Okay. After some time, Siley's shuttle made a slow measure and safe landing on the moon. The door of the shuttle was open, and the children were escorted through an airtight tunnel to the settlement at the Neil Armstrong base. Hmm? So here what they have told, after some time what happened, Siley's shuttle made a slow and they safely landed on that moon. Now this door of that shuttle was open. Children were taken out from there through the what? Airtight tunnel, and they were went where? Neil Armstrong base. Okay. The receptionist at the entrance or to the base gave some instruction at very outset. Okay. She gave some instruction to all the children, so the receptionist. Okay. I welcome you all to the Neil Armstrong base to make your stay on the moon pleasant and comfort. I would like to take certain precautions. Listen carefully to my instruction and please follow them during your stay. You know the gravitational force of the moon is one-sixth that of the earth. Okay, so this receptionist, she is welcoming all the childrens, all the teachers who were there, and she tells that please be happy and comfortable here, but you have to follow some precautions. Okay, so all the children started listening her instruction very carefully. Okay, and what she told, that the gravitational force of one is what? One-sixth that of the earth. Okay, the human settlement on the moon, a gravitational force equivalent to that of the earth, has been artificially maintained. But outside those settlements, the gravitational force of moon is at the work. Okay, so means in some place they have made you where the human settlements are there. They have made artificial gravitational force, but outside that, the actual gravitational force is there. Okay, you will have to be extremely careful when you roam around here. The second point to remember is related to the shopping on moon. You all must be interested in carrying souvenir back home from the moon, but buying the article only from the shop which are inside the dome shaped settlement, where you will assure of genius article. Do not buy from unauthorized shop outside the settlements. I wish you a very happy and pleasant stay on the moon. Okay, so here what the reception is telling, that if you are roaming outside this settlement, so you have to be very careful. And about the shopping, what she gave instruction, that you have to buy the whatever you have to do the shopping, you have to buy from the inside dome shape shop only. If you buy from the outside, it is unauthorized. And in the last, she wished them be happy and pleasant stay on the moon. Then in the next paragraph, a jam-packed 3 days program awaited the children on the moon. According to Earth calculation, on the moon there are 15 days of daylight and 15 days of night time. A 3 days of trip were going to be a part of the moon nighttime on the moon. One of the most program of the first day was, so in this paragraph what they have told, first 3 days they were going to wait there and their program was very totally packed. And here what they have told, according to the earth calculation, the moon is having 50 days, 15 days daylight and 15 days night time. Okay, and actually when they went there was which time, night time of the moon. Okay, and then they have told the first day of this program was sky watching on the earth. It was usually fog and the stars were seen rarely and very faintly. There was no atmosphere on the moon. On the dark background of the moon's sky, the stars shone dazzling bright. Okay, so here what they have told, the first day program was what, sky watching, and on the earth it was usually seen fog and the stars seem rarely. But here from the moon, what it was seen very faintly, the stars, and there is no atmosphere on the moon. The background of the moon is what, very dark, and the sky and stars here also sometimes bright. Okay, the remaining lesson we will do in the next lecture. Okay, so what is your homework? Read this lesson till where I have taught you. Okay.